Hey y'all, Kelly Whitney here with another thing older black women should tell younger black women and don't. Girls, don't let yourself fall out of character. Now you guys know I love these AI generated romance stories. You can find them on YouTube. Lately, they have had, they've taken a turn for the worst. Meaning the revenge arc in some of them is so profound. The male characters, the hero, I guess, of the story, he's not a hero at all. And in the end, he suffers terribly for his misdeeds. This isn't garden variety revenge. This is career annihilation, the disintegration of personal and professional reputation and fortune. I mean, in the end, I don't think these men know whether to poop or go blind. It is that severe, long-lasting, just their utter destruction. But there's one thing that remains a common trope, and it's that the heroine doesn't feel better at the end. She feels empty. She wonders what was it all for, and she recognizes that she has become someone horrible in her revenge. And it made me think, because when you fall so far out of character, when you just give and get nothing in return, when you take abuse, when you know you deserve better, or when you feel as though you deserve better, but you ignore your instincts, you allow yourself to be gaslit, you just stay in the same spot where you're used and taken advantage of, etc., etc. There's all sorts of reasons why someone would do that. But when you knowingly do it, knowingly meaning you know something is wrong, but you stay anyway out of fear or whatever the case may be, you stay and you fall so far out of character, you do become someone else. That's not normal. A woman is not supposed to be that low. She's not supposed to feel that bad. Not all the time, and definitely not as the result of her own actions. The key here is that you must take accountability for your actions. So unless you physically have a chain around your wrist that is tethering you to one spot, you have the wherewithal to leave. You can go. You don't have to stay. You can find somebody else. Even if you have kids, with some planning, some prayer, some determination, you can find a way out of almost any situation. In most women's situations, I feel like it's not even that serious. It's simply the fact that you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be a failure in the relationship. You don't want to be seen as single. Whatever little similar societally motivated behavior or scenario is motivating your behavior, that's a choice. And as a result of that choice, you will find yourself bitter, angry, resentful, and it can change the entire trajectory of your life. It can make you physically ill. It can make you ignore opportunities. It can make you feel resentful and act ugly toward people who have done nothing to you. And so you push people away who could bring joy and light and opportunity into your life, and on and on and on. And for most women, it's avoidable, because when you see that a relationship, whether you're dating or marriage, you see it's going left, then you need to go right. And you can't hesitate, because as long as you have your health and strength, you can always start over. It's never too late to correct a mistake. The worst thing you can do is to stay in it thinking, well, I've already invested this much time. That's a sunk cost. It's not going to make your situation better to stay in it longer, because if it was going to change based on whatever story you're telling yourself in your mind about why it hasn't or why he hasn't, you're just wasting more time, and you're turning yourself into somebody that you may not recognize later. And I think a lot of times older black women don't talk to younger black women about not letting yourself fall so far out of character that you don't recognize yourself later, because we have done that. We have made excuses. We have stayed in the relationships far past the expiration date. And I'm here to tell you, as someone who used to be very mean and is now quite joyful and becoming more joyful all the time, get out of bad situations. Cut off negative people. Remove yourself from environments that turn you into somebody that you don't like. You can do that. And you should do that, because being bitter, mean, resentful, acting ugly, being petty, being divisive, being jealous, being envious, being unhappy, that's not normal. You don't have to live like that. And it's not always a man that does it. Sometimes it's your family. Sometimes it's your friends. But you can get out of it if you want to, if you choose to. It's up to you. And that ends my TED Talk for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow.